Hello and welcome. We are the XoneBros. This is your positive gaming and Xbox One community.
I had to press the right dials.
That's okay. You always press the right dials with me, Mark. You always press the right dials. Yes.
That's one of the things I've been blessed with.
Yes.
I know how to press dials.
This is podcast number 173.
Hey, look, my wife's in chat.
Oh, hello. Hello, Mrs. McSpicy.
Hello.
As
Shout
always,
out to my lady.
As always, I am joined by the Bros, the XoneBros. First and foremost, that's an awesome T-shirt you've got on there.
Oh, yeah.
He is Mr. McSpicy.
Hey.
How are you doing?
Good.
Best thing that happened to you this week?
It actually was a pretty busy week. I was at Bear Lake at the beginning of the week.
Oh yeah, that's for those of you outside of Utah. It's an awesome little vacation summer getaway place.
It's basically a place where I go to nap.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
You go there to jet ski.
I go there to experience life.
I go there to turn life off. So that was really fun. I got home and I actually, my wife's been there this whole week. Unfortunately, I have to provide for my lady.
Oh yes. So you got to work.
So I got to work. So I came back home to work.
Some alone time is nice though.
I know. I usually buy pizza, but I didn't buy pizza this time.
That's disappointing.
I think I might buy pizza tonight.
Dude, you should watch Attack on Titan. That's the best thing that happened. Before we get to it, that's the best thing that happened to me
I
this
hear
week.
it's super
Attack
good.
on Titan blew me away. So if you get past 4 episodes, it starts off and you're like, this is a little weird.
Well, it
and
is.
then it
'cause
blows my mind.
I've seen stuff.
Japanese. That's all you just. If you go into it just thinking Japanese and just look. I mean, that's really how you have to go into every anime. You just gotta it's Japanese.
It's basically
like you remember Sword Art Online, how you're like, this is weird when they have like a computer baby.
Yeah,
but it's Japanese.
Computer baby. Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about, right?
Well, the whole those giants, because I've seen gameplay of the game and I've seen clips of it.
Yeah, I want to buy the game now
for the ODM gear,
just so I can experience the ODM gear.
Well,
fly around the world.
Did you ever watch that public television show where the guy was in a bodysuit that showed all his innards?
Yeah.
No.
You know what I'm talking about? He's like the body guy. He would teach you about his body.
Body man.
That's what those.
We had a guy like that at my school. He went to jail.
So that show reminds me of that guy without lips as his face.
Oh yeah, that's how it is.
It's like if you were to take people's skin off and then have.
Well, the reason they look funny is because the Titans have no gender. They literally have no anatomic. They're neither male nor female.
But do they really need to make their face look like that? Because it does creep me out.
It's so creepy, man. But what a good show. Next, he is the man with the tan. He is Jordan, the man. Jordan, best thing that happened to you this week? Nothing good, huh?
Yeah, that sounds like a really crappy week.
So I've actually been. You guys know this.
Okay.
I've been really into Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah,
and
of course
I'm
you
fully
have.
caught up to the latest episode.
Oh, very nice.
Very cool stuff.
Do you have the
happening.
HBO app? Is that how you're doing it?
No, I just illegally
You just
downloaded it.
Very nice. Okay. Well.
Piracy is literally a victimless crime, so it's not.
Oh man!
FBI warning.
Everybody feel free.
I don't illegally.
Everybody
download
feel
it.
free to illegally download this show.
Jordan, it doesn't really legal.
Yeah, I don't. No, I don't really. Yes, I have the HBO app.
Oh, okay. But you're caught up.
Yeah, no,
and you
I
like
caught up,
you like what's happening so
yeah,
far. No spoilers.
No, it's getting really good. They're ahead of the books from what I hear. So
Oh yeah, they're
way
way ahead. They've been ahead. Well, they're not ahead. They're perpendicular to the books.
Yeah,
They're off to the side.
But the last 8 episodes, like the season finale of last season, and then
I'm just laughing because off to the side, it just reminded me of Spaceballs.
Oh yeah. Oh, right.
You know, I didn't shoot up her nose or the side. It really is. It's off to the side.
It was really good, and it was
Good.
It was cool.
Last but not least, I am X1. Attack on Titan. I am just loving that show. It does piss me off though because it's not even 20 minutes because you got a 4-minute intro and you got a 4-minute outro.
Sometimes that's the best part.
The anime intros on any show, anyone I've ever seen is freaking awesome.
Well, this is it. So it's a 20-minute show.
It's like it's a rock concert.
It's like a K-pop. I don't know what that style of music is. And
Yeah,
then
you got
random clips of whoever knows
I know.
what's
So
going
you
on.
fly through the episodes because you got a 20-minute show, but you got a 4-minute intro and a 4-minute outro. So you actually only have like a 12-minute show that you're watching of content. And sometimes it's just discussing.
Yeah.
And then something
It's like
crazy
some
happens
guy's
right at the
thought.
end, and you're like, well, I got to watch the next one. and you just keep going. So I highly recommend Attack on Titan. I have been loving it, really getting into it. Also, I got a haircut. Thank you, 10 pounds of bacon. Oh, we all got haircuts apparently. Oh, Jordan, did you get a haircut?
Yeah.
Did you get a haircut?
Yeah, earlier this week.
Oh yeah, look at that.
And I got one like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, there you go.
I did not shave my beard.
We have a community play coming up the third Saturday of every month. That makes it this next upcoming Saturday. It's going to be Titanfall 2, everybody.
That's a good one.
Titanfall 2 is going to be our community play. If you don't have Titanfall 2,
just spend $5
and get EA access. And Titanfall 2 is in the vault. Community plays are back, and LFG will go up first thing on Monday, and we will go to town in Titanfall 2. So there you go. Next Saturday, it is at noon Eastern is when that will take place.
Okay.
And with that,
every time you say that, I got to do the math in my head real quick.
Yeah, and with that, let's get this show on the road. Woo, Jordan, tell me.
What is new
and happening in the world that is Xbox One?
Oh, I was going to...
Oh, dang it. I felt the chemistry there.
I did too, but you just
We're
took
just bouncing off each other.
I just said 2 words.
First thing in the news
Yes.
is I am not illegally downloading stuff if anybody works for those people. So.
Yeah, nice try, FBI.
If anyone works for
Just
HBO,
for the
and I'm
record.
sure HBO like clamps down on that because they want those subscriptions. Although, I'll be perfectly honest, I think in today's day and age, I think that places like HBO probably care less about it because they've made it so convenient.
Dude,
like,
put it this way,
it's more convenient for me to subscribe to your app
Yeah,
and get all the
yeah,
benefits
yeah.
than it is to go and download it and
And-
go through the hassle.
And hey, look at this. If you have a good product, it's going to sell,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
People that get mad at piracy usually have crappy products.
And like Comcast.
Yeah. There you go. Point and
Your
case in point. right there.
Comcast, your product is crappy.
Yeah. And that's why
Moving
you care
on,
about it.
NBA Live 18.
Yeah, so NBA Live 18 is now up for digital pre-order. They also came out with a trailer this week for their The One, which the graphics look really good.
I mean, yeah, the graphics look good, and I appreciate EA access. EA
for getting back in the game.
getting back into it. It might not be there yet, but keep going. Do not give up. So I'm really curious to see if NBA Live is even close
And
yet.
check out the
2K.
new trailer they have, The One. It looks really good. It looks really good.
Yeah.
Very pretty game. Battle of the Bulge, now available for pre-order. Be able to check that one out.
yes.
The Escapist 2, also available
Yes,
for
I have
pre-order.
I have a news story too that needs to be mentioned. We hit 1,000 followers on Discord
that's
this
right.
week.
Yeah, woo. You mean
wait,
Beam?
hold on.
Yay.
There we go. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Thank you. I know. We'll be here all week.
Discord or Beam or both?
Oh, sorry, Mixer.
Oh, yeah.
Neither of those. Mixer.
Beam. Yeah.
You know, what are the sites that's
What are
on
the sites
internet?
that we have? No, Mixer. We hit 1,000 followers. If you would like to watch us live, come over and follow us on Mixer. It's an awesome app. It's a positive place. It's great fun. Every morning, Monday through Friday, there's a stream going on there consistently. Join us. Once you get to work, just turn on your computer, leave it open. Helps us out, helps you out, has a good time, connect with the community. Anyways, thank you everybody for all your support. We hit that 1K mark over on Mixer, so we're super excited about that.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah.
Very cool. Jump Step.
Step.
Now available for Xbox One.
Wait, what?
I think what happened here is the developer messed up. Like this was like an email where he copy and pasted that title, and he pasted step twice.
Yeah.
It was just supposed to be Jump Step, but now it's Jump Step.
And
And
it
like,
was
oh,
too late.
let's go with it.
Yeah, it was too late to when the product was being
Jump
made.
Step.
Jump Step.
Yeah. They were printing the
Jump
discs,
Step.
and it was too late.
Where's this news story? Are you starting from the middle or?
The
I always
bottom.
go from the bottom.
We're
up.
at the bottom still. We are 5 up.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh my gosh, I'm way behind. Okay, I'm here, guys. I'm here. now.
Smite Season 4 season ticket now available. So if
I
you're
don't
into
know what that
Smite-
is. Season ticket.
Well, they come out like with every season with like their new bundle for
Sure.
the season. So they came out with season 3. I think they came out with one for 2. I can't remember, but
Sure.
we talked about season 3 a while ago.
Yeah.
Same thing with season 4. You get your season 4 ticket, which is bundle. It comes with all the stuff, the boosters, all that fun stuff.
Speaking of seasons, college football's almost here.
Hey, that's right.
And
yeah.
USC is ranked number 4, baby.
Oh,
Hashtag
that's
fight on.
dirty.
Fight on.
Yeah,
Okay, moving on.
yeah. Indie Up. Oh, we're actually going to talk about that last, so never mind.
Yeah, screw that story.
All
Let's
right.
go to the next one.
The next, our weekly Neo Geo game is out.
King of Fighters.
King of Fighters 96. 96.
Ah.
96 was a good year.
96 was a great year.
So, pick this one up.
Yeah. So in honor of 1996, which was
No, you
a
know how they do
fabulous
that?
year.
96 was an awesome year.
You know how they do that with wine? Like, oh, that was a good year. I want to start doing that with games.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
See, that's a nice vintage.
That's a Super Nintendo year, I
That's
believe.
the King of Fighters 96 is a nice vintage.
Yeah.
In 96, I owned a Super Nintendo and played it a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Good year.
There you go.
Yeah. Seasoned.
We also have.
Just right.
Red Out.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Red Out Lightspeed Edition. It's like a futuristic racing
it's
game.
up for pre-order along with Absolute Drift Zen Edition, also up for pre-order. Mega Man Legacy Collection 2 is now available.
Mr. McSpice is a big fan of the Mega Man collection.
Yeah.
Will you be jumping into the Legacy Collection dose?
I will be purchasing it.
Yes.
And then it'll probably stay in my library for quite some time.
Very
until I
nice.
can play it. But no.
The next season of Batman is here from Telltale.
So that's Mega Man 7, 8, 9, and 10. I'm just looking at what this features. So good.
Yeah, Mega Man
There we
7,
go.
8, 9, and 10.
Yeah,
It's a collection.
It's a collection there.
The new season of Batman from Telltale is out.
Yes.
The enemy, episode 1 is out. The enemy
Let us
within,
clarify.
the enemy within now available for the Xbox.
I still got to catch up on that. Still got to catch up on
the
that.
other one.
I watched some of this
Season 1, I guess,
gameplay
is what you.
Yeah.
on. A lot of people were streaming it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
just kinda,
It's
supposed to be pretty good. Like they have a bunch of villains and stuff.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a hard game to watch.
I can
I'll
see
be
that.
honest.
I could see.
because
I wouldn't watch this game.
yeah,
Well, I wouldn't watch it because I don't want the story to be.
spoiled.
Spoiled.
And that's
But-
a given with a Telltale game.
But yeah,
'cause-
no, I don't think it's an experience you experience, but it's not one I don't think that. For instance, Destiny didn't come across well. The beta, I think this is a similar game that I don't think any of the Telltale games honestly come across well on streaming.
I gotcha. Okay, Destiny 2, you mean?
Yeah, Destiny 2.
The beta that was just
Correct.
yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
My brain went back like before the Taken
No,
King.
no,
I was
no.
trying to remember how the Destiny.
No, Destiny 2
Beta
beta.
was.
Because you mentioned that a couple weeks ago that
Yeah.
you watched it and you weren't impressed, but then you played it and you were
Yeah,
super
yeah,
impressed.
yeah. I get you. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's Batman.
Batman.
Batman's
Dude,
great.
you know what I've been watching? My
Attack on
wife.
Titan.
So my wife is like a Batman historian at this point.
Really?
She has watched like every cartoon, every movie cartoon,
So like the
everything. You name it.
like the WB.
all the
Yeah.
all the
WBs,
because those are
everything.
good.
Classics.
Yeah.
90s,
So
good
I was
decade.
watching the Frank Miller Dark Knight episode 1 or Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah,
1
okay.
and 2.
Yeah.
Super
Oh,
cool.
yeah, those are movies.
Also, Frank Miller.
They're really good,
Frank
yeah.
Miller made it awesome. Also has one of the coolest bad guys ever. This like Nazi woman who has no shirt on, and over her nipples is swastikas, and Batman destroys her, and it's awesome. And it's just hilarious that that's the bad guy. But I'm watching.
I don't think they could make a character like that a good guy.
No, they definitely could. I mean, that's not someone that comes and saves you.
I know.
No.
When I picture a good person, that's not.
But that's what I appreciate about the Frank Miller.
Nazis swastika pasties.
The Frank Miller Batmans are like unapologetically 80s.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I love it. But I've been watching that. They're so good. The stories are
And he
so
made
good.
he made him the Dark Knight.
Also, can I say this? Frank Miller is obsessed with muscles because
Dude, I am too.
the Batman is 78
Oh, yeah.
years old, and he's huge.
He's a
Like
monster.
huge. Even Gordon is ginormous.
Their
You're like,
shoulders are all like way
You're like-
broad. and
But we call that old man strength.
yeah, that's true.
There is a thing called old man strength, and
that
it
is
is
true.
a big deal.
yeah.
That's true.
Cinemora X is now available on the Xbox. Be sure to check that one
Yes.
out. Doke Knock Twice is up for pre-order, and we got quite a lot of deals going on
Yes,
here.
just give me 2 or 3 of your best. Blood Bowl 2 is 70%
That's
off.
a good one.
Jump into
Garden
that.
Warfare 2
Oh yeah,
is another good one, and For Honor. For Honor is 50% off the standard edition.
that's one
Ouch.
that I'd like to get
That
back
one
into.
is good. Yeah,
that's one that I'd
very
like to get
good.
back into. Remember when I beat you a couple times, Jordan?
Uh-huh,
One on
yeah,
one,
yeah.
you just couldn't handle me.
Yeah.
You talk trash, and then I destroyed
I
you.
think I won most of the
Yeah.
time.
yeah.
So, Garden Warfare, Plants
That
vs.
one
Zombies.
time
yeah.
that I beat you.
Plants
No,
vs.
the
Zombies.
the
Garden
first time
Warfare
he was talking
2.
smack, and I had to smack him in the face
Yeah. Garden Warfare 2 is 60% off. That's a good one.
with my samurai
So Forza
sword.
Horizon 3's ranging depending on the deluxe, standard, or ultimate. They're all
Yeah.
around 50% off.
Get it?
Which is really
I'd
good.
get it. A lot of people have been watching streams saying, "Hey, should I get this? Should I get this?" Get it. It's completely worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you got a lot of Paladin currency that's on sale, which is
Yeah.
cool. So.
Do it. FanFest Gamescom 2017. There's a ticket giveaway
Yeah.
for Xbox.
Yeah.
How do
Xbox Fan Fest will give 300 lucky fans one-of-kind experience at Gamescom.
Yes.
The world's largest consumer show.
Where's it at? In Germany? Isn't that in Germany?
I think it's in Germany. Cologne,
Maybe
Germany.
we should go. Should we go, guys?
That would be cool.
In Germany?
Yeah, let's go.
Oh, heck yeah. I'm
Next
down.
year. Next year. We'll go.
We'll go
Let's do that.
Pasties again. I'll bring my pasties.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Bad
Oh,
joke.
can I talk about this next news story? Anyways, Gamescom. How do you? Sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say
Gamescom Fan Fest. They're giving away 300 tickets.
Yeah, most of the 300 tickets will be distributed via random drawing this year. So fans need to submit their names and email addresses to but just go over to Major Nelson's blog, click on this link, and then you click on the link to submit your name.
Yeah,
and that's the easiest way to do it. Anyway, yeah. So random drawing. Oh yeah, this one I meant to add it earlier and talk about it, but
Surf World Series. It's a demo that's out now. So do you guys remember Kelly Slater's surf?
I believe I had it on the Game Boy.
Kelly Slater surfing, super fun. This game reminds me of that, only it looks better.
Yeah, it
Surf World Series. It's a surfing game coming back to the Xbox One. It's a free demo right now. Go check it out. I downloaded it, but I've not yet played it because I forgot it was there. To be
doesn't
perfectly
have
honest.
the old Game Boy Advance graphics.
No,
it comes
it
close.
looks awesome. It's so.
Those graphics look a little better. than
It's
what
so
they-
cool. Anyways, I'm
Pad.
really looking forward to that. Hopefully, it can hold up to the Kelly Slater. So Kelly
That was a
Slater
good one.
came out. Remember, there was Dave Mirra BMX because it all came off of Tony Hawk. It was Tony Hawk. Then, because of its success, they jumped into Dave Mirra BMX, and then they jumped into Kelly Slater.
Surfing.
And Kelly Slater was a little underrated. It just didn't have the success.
I think there was like a PlayStation version of it too. I just remember.
Yeah,
I
it
had
was
the
on.
Game
It was
Boy
on all. It
Advance.
was on
Yeah,
PlayStation,
Game Boy, Xbox,
GameCube,
yeah, that's
Xbox. It was on all
dude,
those.
The GameCube. What a.
Yes, Spotify is officially.
Yep, it's right there on the Xbox.
So if you like Spotify, you can now get it on the Xbox.
And
now,
while you're playing games, you
we
can listen to
have
music.
gotten a lot of tweets, questions. Hey, are you guys on Spotify? Are you going to be on Spotify? Spotify just barely started taking applications for podcasts. We have applied. So we hope to be on Spotify soon. So stay tuned for that. You want to know how you can help us? Honestly, just tweet at Spotify. I'd like to see the XoneBros on Spotify. So they're super curated right now, like super curated. In fact, the only people that were in Spotify at first were, or as podcasts, were people with connections. You could not apply any other way at all, zero. So they finally opened it up to public, and it's basically a Google form that you fill out and apply. So hopefully, cross our fingers, and we will be on Spotify soon, and then you can listen to us on the Xbox One. You already can, though, if you have SoundCloud. And
because we are on that.
there.
Yeah.
Yep. Anyways, very cool news.
Hey, so the Alpha Ring members got a new update,
Yes, they did.
and this update is pretty
It completely changed.
pretty sweet. So
completely
let's
changes
talk about
everything.
the little stuff. I mean, it's not little, but obviously there's a lot of under the hood stuff, all
Yeah.
the fixes, all that fun stuff. It's meant to be faster, quicker,
Eh.
faster, which we like.
Snappy.
But let's get to the meat
So
here.
first, can I say about the speed? Everyone that I've talked to that does have this, and there's quite a few people in the community that has this. They're a part of the Alpha Ring. They do say it's drastically. It's definitely faster, up to 50% faster loading times on some of their games, even.
Yeah. So
Awesome.
the community tab is a little redone. It's basically more immersive. It's easier to navigate, stay in touch with friends, all that stuff. Now, the big one here.
The big one.
The home screen and the new pop-out sidebar navigation screen, right?
Yes.
So let's start with the home. Home screen, customizable now. You can,
Awesome.
Fully
So when-
customizable.
Yeah. So they call them blocks, I think. But anyway, so when you first turn on your Xbox, there's going to be 5 preset buttons, which are basically like
Cinco.
start game, blah, friends, suggestions, stuff, just like kind of basic Xbox buttons for you, right?
Thanks for translating, David.
Yeah,
that
that's
was really
what I'm
nice
here
of you.
for.
Yeah.
Cinco. Okay.
I think it was 5. It's somewhere around there. Anyway, then you basically can set up your boxes, are what they're called. So what I'm going to do is you two are going to be boxes.
Yeah, you
to
can
my
add
home screen.
friends
So you can add,
as a box, and it will give you update
Yeah.
statuses, everything right
So
there.
you can choose what's on your home screen. So I'm going to have a box for my pins, right? I'm going to have a box for you two, right? And just like,
you're so nice. You know what? I'm gonna return the favor.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a box.
yeah, so
for
it'll
you
tell
guys.
me what you guys are doing. I'll usually just right there in the box. It's really cool because what you want, the idea behind it is what you want to see on your home screen, you can put on your home screen. You don't want to see that person? Don't put them there.
Don't.
So when you pull up your Xbox, it's going to be exactly what you want to see, your menu, your system. The next big, which I think that's cool. The next big thing is the new pop-out bar.
Pop it out.
Pop it out. Yeah, the side menu. So you know how right now it's vertical
Yeah.
And then you go like, okay,
with
up,
your joystick.
up twice to friends, down twice. That is being changed to horizontal on the top now, which
bumpers.
is faster. You can still use the sticks, but
bumpers,
you can use
super
bumpers
fast.
now, left and right.
Yeah.
Which I think left and right is a more natural, because even sometimes I go, I naturally go left and right, and I'm like,
me
I'm
too.
in the you know what I mean?
Yeah, me too.
So that is honestly, I'm really excited for that.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, so it's up on the top. It's a little bit flashier, I think, when the new sub menus come up on the sidebar. It's like a layer type of thing. Anyway, it's cool looking. But biggest thing is they're changing that vertical shortcut menu to the top, and it's horizontal now, which helps with quickness. And then, like you said, people are saying it's a lot quicker.
Yeah.
So
and then the games bar at the bottom that shows up is really nice and clean.
Yeah. So what is the games bar? What is that? I'm
so
looking
it
at
has
a picture
like
of
where
that.
you could capture a game.
That's on Windows 10 though.
Oh, this Windows 10.
Yeah, see
Oh,
that?
my bad. Well, then see, I'm getting confused.
But I mean, hey,
that's really slick.
That's all Xbox. The
That's really slick.
Windows 10 capture bar is getting an update too.
Yeah.
It works. Yeah, it's gonna.
You can stream to Mixer right from there, take pictures, record your clips, the whole kit and caboodle. Shebang.
So anyway, super cool update. It's
really exciting. Coming later
members,
this year to everybody. But yeah. So some people have told me that it doesn't feel intuitive, but it is faster, and it probably just takes getting used to. I mean, we've basically had the same. I mean, we've had iterations of the same type of menu. This seems like a drastic iteration.
Yeah.
So, but I'll tell you what, that speed is definitely a highlight.
I've got the need
for speed, and I know right now where the Xbox One X is going to improve my gaming experience. On Forza Horizon, on the Hot Wheels expansion, whenever there's rain on screen and you're doing like a loop-de-loop, there's just so much going on at once. Frame rates,
really,
they stutter. So I'm really excited for the One X to fix that. Yes.
Hey, me too.
Oh, goodness.
I just want a bigger package.
Yes.
So, speaking of
the One X
and insiders and all that stuff, right?
Yes. You can now jump in. You can now apply.
Yeah, they're making it a lot easier to apply, and they're partnering with first and third party studios, so Xbox insiders can get early access to alphas and closed betas.
Yeah, baby.
So very cool.
Very awesome.
Cool. The Xbox One S, I just thought this was cool.
One X,
the Xbox One X. For Project Cars 2, the director says it has a significant graphics bump over the PS4 Pro, right?
Yeah.
Not knocking on the PS4 Pro, but we all know how powerful
there's
the
just
PS4
facts.
Pro is. Yeah.
There's facts.
Because I like my PS4, right? We all know how powerful the Pro is. This just makes me excited that this is, a significant bump.
Yeah.
I mean, they're really utilizing the power of the new Xbox.
Bump means other things are going to bump back,
Yeah.
which benefits us, makes us all happy.
Yeah, no, which is really exciting, and it's exciting to see a third-party developer actually come out and say that.
Yeah, and just
because
be like, hey,
it's kind of been quiet.
the power's there. I'm going to use it.
Let's use it. Project
So
Cars
very,
was like,
very
yep,
cool.
We're there.
One of my favorite news stories of the week,
this is huge.
because I've been playing this
This
game
is
all
huge.
week, and I've noticed the influx in noobs.
Oh yeah, so you're dominating.
Battlefield 1
Domination.
is now available through EA Access.
EA Access,
Dude,
the
huge.
vault.
If you're an EA Access member, you're just living on cloud 9, because you had Titanfall last week,
Yeah.
Titanfall 2, and now you got Battlefield 1, 2 heavy-hitting shooters.
Dude, heavy hitter. Those are two big names.
Very
big names.
Yeah.
Big ones.
Yeah.
Huge names.
So-
Let's can we talk about this right now? So now you've got Battlefield 1 in EA Access. It's $5 a month. It's $39 or $30 a year. Just jump in and get it. It's such a great value. But John Slayton wrote in, and he said, with all these games from EA going into the vault, is it now better to wait on a game going into the vault versus purchasing it game one? Because previous to this, it wasn't, because there was no guarantee that games were going into the vault, particularly like your AAA games. But now it's been apparent. I mean, you got Titanfall, you got Battlefield, and the consistency is there. The track record is there. Most of EA games, if not all of them, are going to go into the vault at some point. So, do you purchase EA Access and wait for those games to come to the vault? Is that at a point where it's worth it to wait, or do you still purchase those games on day one? Mr. McSpicy, what do you think?
I think it depends on the gamer you are.
Sure.
If you are a diehard first-person shooter, you're gonna get Battlefield or Call of Duty or whatever the game. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like for me, if it were me 4 years ago, I would not hesitate at all to pay for it a year before I would technically, quote unquote, might get it in the EA vault.
Sure.
You know, but for a casual, now I'm a kind of a first-person casual kind of a guy now. I've dialed that knob back a little bit. So I have a gaming mixer. You know, I have you play this genre a lot, and then you turn the other ones down.
And then you turn that
and
one
then you
down.
turn that one down, and then play some
like
action games,
yes.
and then you play some RPG games. Just depends on the mood that I wanted to hear, you know.
Sure.
Jazz, whatever, whatever the style of music you're listening to. So I think that terrible example is the fact that I think it depends on you.
Yeah.
And I think that's a cop-out answer, but it really does. There are going to be games where I'm going to wait. Like, I think I actually bought Battlefield 1. I did buy Battlefield 1. But I don't... Did I?
Did you?
Yeah. I think you did buy Battlefield 1.
I mean, but I didn't play it very much.
Yeah.
Obviously. Because there's so many games out there that are awesome right now. But I'm just saying, it just depends. It really depends on you and the audience.
And it depends what your friends are doing.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know how many games you've made me buy where I've only played once. There's a lot of those games in my library that are like that.
Warband is one of those that you probably haven't played at all. But I was like, dude, let's get this.
Well, yeah, what was the other one? It wasn't World of Tanks. It was that... Well, that ship game was free, wasn't it?
Yeah, World of Warship. And we did play that for like a good 2 weeks.
Well, me and Jordan did.
And then I jumped in the day you guys stopped.
We're going to play something else.
Yeah, thanks for the effort, Mark. Nice gesture.
There's a lot of games where I just come way too late because I don't get the memo. You guys don't send me the memo.
Well, here, there's a game, I'll send you guys the memo right now.
Jordan, how about you? Do you wait? The value of EA Access is so apparent. Do you wait for the games to come to the vault, or do you purchase some of these big games day one?
Yeah, so I'm a member of EA Access right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like Mark said. It depends on like, for example, I really like the Battlefield series, right?
Sure.
They have a lot of problems, but they're still fun, right?
Yeah.
I really like it. So I paid a lot of money to get it. I paid for EA Access to get it early, and then I paid more for the. I don't mind paying for Battlefield and I'm a premium member, right? I don't mind playing for Battlefield because I really like it. But other games like Unraveled, I didn't.
The one I bought when it was in the vault.
Yeah, I didn't really care to get that one, and then all of a sudden it comes to the vault, so it's like, oh, okay, now I'll play it, right?
Yeah.
So I think the vault on EA's part is a good idea because I think it puts like Battlefield going in there. It's probably been a little less than a year since it's come out, or maybe a year. I can't remember, but.
It puts more life into
it.
Yeah,
and they're just about to come out with a huge update in a few weeks with the new maps and everything like that. So it gets more players in. I think it's smart for EA to do this. I agree with Mark. It just depends on the game. And there's my example. Battlefield, I bought day one and played it since, and then Unraveled just came to the vault a little while ago, and I was able to jump into that. You know what I mean? So
you know what's interesting about this? We talked about this last show, Fortnite being a closed beta behind a paywall.
Sure.
And in a year, it's going to be free.
Yeah.
This seems rather similar with a different skin over the top of it on...
Well, it's the Netflix for EA games.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's... Basically, play the game behind a paywall, and then get it a year later when it's free. It's kind of the same.
Yeah.
They're related somehow.
No, I see what I agree with you. Yeah, I mean it's a similar. You have the choice of buying it up front and having the pleasure of being in first, or waiting and not paying. You're paying, but for $5 a month. Being able to play
Let's
it
be
later.
real. You have so many games in there, you're not really paying for that game. You're
no,
getting it
it's
for
true.
free.
Yeah, you're basically getting it for free. I think ultimately what it comes down to is there are going to be games that you want to buy up front, and you'll buy those. But if you don't want to, or you have too big of a back catalog, then just wait. Wait for it to come out.
The thing that makes EA Access worth it, and this is just my opinion, but the thing that makes EA Access worth it more so than Xbox Game Pass is the fact that it's $30 a year.
Yeah, that kills it. Because
does
Xbox
it right
Game
there.
Pass
$30 a year
is
and
$10 a month.
That does it there, right
it's
there.
$10 a month, and granted, you're getting more games with. But eventually, you won't get more games.
I feel like
as the vault grows.
Yeah, I mean,
you won't get more games.
But I feel like EA did it right. I mean, you have the incentive. You get, if you're an EA Access member, you get it 5 days early with a 10-hour demo, right? You get the cheaper price because you've already paid your $30.
You get the added benefits.
I feel I think Xbox Game Pass will eventually get to that point, but I think EA did it right, and I really like EA Access.
Okay, let me ask you this. Would you rather Microsoft Game Pass go in half price for $30 a year, like EA Access, but have only 5 to 10 games, maybe a little bit bigger titles, or keep its $10 a month price with such a huge variety of games? What do you think is better?
I mean, I guess you're right. They do have the variety of games, and they have the backward compatible games, which EA has as well. But I don't know. It's just what does it for me with EA is the fact that it's $30. So I mean, the price really does come into effect there.
Oh man, it's not. It's like a non-question
I
whether
think
or not
the
I'm gonna buy
Xbox Game
it.
Pass is awesome and it's great, and I did my 14-day free trial.
Sure.
But because I already have EA access and I kind of own a lot of those games anyway,
Yeah.
it was more worth it for me. Just like, hey, I paid my $30. I'm good for a year.
Do you think it's going to be a thing
you know?
where you have one or the other? You have either the Xbox Games Pass or EA Access?
In a perfect world, I would love to have them all.
Because let's be honest, who has the time?
Amen.
Who has the time to play all those games, that many different games?
In a perfect world, I would.
Yeah.
But do you think that they're going to be competing with each other?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's just like how Netflix and
Amazon Prime
Amazon
and-
Prime
or
and
Hulu.
Hulu.
Yeah.
Oh,
There- I'm-
Hulu.
Do you not like Hulu?
Yeah, let me
Well,
tell-
my wife makes me pay for it, and I just don't think we have it.
But there are shows that you can only get on Hulu.
There are.
Yeah, like The Handmaid's
Okay.
Tale.
You gotta read the book.
No, I thought Community. I think that's where I had to watch Community. I
Yeah.
think that's why
Okay.
I bought Hulu.
The reason I'm really prejudiced against Hulu right now is because they just did a stupid update.
Yeah, their
and their new
interface.
update is
Their
awful.
interface. It does look nicer, but from a practicality standpoint, it's not that great.
Yeah.
Second of all, what annoys me about Hulu is the same thing that actually I figured it out on Funimation. But when you go to a next episode, if someone has already watched that episode, it starts you at the end. It doesn't reset for you. So let's say you watch episode 1 of Modern Family. You go to episode 2 of Modern Family. If someone has already watched that series, it doesn't say, "Oh, he just watched episode 1." We're
So like
automatically
if
going
your
to
wife
2.
watched on your
Yeah.
yeah.
It doesn't say, "Oh, he's going to episode 2. Let's start from the beginning."
You
You've
can't-
got to go in and rewind it.
Okay, plot twist.
Yeah.
You can add another channel on your account. Like I have a Mark and Megan, kind of thing.
In
You-
Hulu.
Yeah, just like you do in Netflix.
Did you pay extra for that though?
Do I? I don't know. I did it.
All I know is like I was looking at Hulu's thing and
Their price tier.
their price tier is a little
on
yeah. It's
how
not,
many accounts you can have and stuff like
I
that.
mean, I know Netflix kind of. Well, I took advantage of Netflix.
Well,
so
I might be paying
but-
extra now. So
Well, no. I understand that, but let's say you watch it this year, and then a year from now you're like, you know what? Let's go back and watch Arrested Development or whatever's on Hulu, right? When you go back to watch it, it will show that you on your profile have already watched it. If they don't fix this, they might fix it by then. But as of right now, and it would restart you at the back. It doesn't automatically restart for you. That is a huge oversight for
Okay.
when everybody else does it. Why can't you just do it?
Yeah.
Mm.
And when
Just do
everybody
it.
else makes
It's
it
like
easy,
a guaranteed feature.
when everybody else makes it easy to navigate their system. I mean, I just.
Okay, what were we talking about? We were talking about
Oh,
EA
yeah,
Access.
EA Access. I think it's. I think they're
Okay,
competing
we're all
against each other.
we all
yeah.
agree Hulu sucks, right? That's not what we're talking about.
And we
I
all
mean, I
pay
like
for it.
Hulu actually. Actually, I find Hulu has a wide variety.
I like the idea that I can get
Netflix goes bland for me, and
Yeah.
Amazon goes bland for me.
Well,
and I go
you
into
wanna
Hulu,
talk
and
about
then I go back.
Hulu because we watch
I
so
think
much
Hulu
TV.
and Amazon Prime are polar opposites. Hulu looks pretty, Amazon Prime looks garbage, and I can't find anything. And sometimes shows you buy on accident.
So what?
Sometimes Amazon.
What
like
platform
the
do you have
Fire
Amazon
Stick.
Prime on?
I've tried it on I have it on my
Dude, no,
smart TV. Is Sony.
I'll admit the
It's
Amazon
Sony.
the Amazon interface is dumb too.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
terrible.
like it's
really,
You
I-
wanna
the
talk
computer.
about-
The computer's okay, but that's just because you can move your mouse
It's
wherever
bad.
you want.
The only
Fire Stick and Firebox.
I prefer the Firebox to like the Roku box. I
Yeah.
I,
But no,
I really
like-
like their interface.
Like for example,
but looking for movies is hard.
Yeah, it's just like
Yeah.
give me like
But I don't need to because I just talk. I talk to
What?
Alexa, and
This
she
is-
finds it for me,
this is what-
whatever it is.
Yeah, Alexa is nice. She is very nice.
And she's super accurate. Let me
Yeah.
tell you, I'm surprised. I did it in like, hello, my name is Bill. Find the Titanic for me. And boom, pulled it right up. Like it's insanity how good Alexa is at reading your voice.
She's
What
good.
about if I need Titanic?
Find me the Titanic. Like boom, there it is. It gives me like all the versions. Even it's insane.
Gracias, Alexa.
Yeah, it's insane.
Oh man. Okay, EA Access.
EA Access. It's a great deal. Moving on.
Yeah.
Next news story. Battlefield 1 is in there. Great question, John
Yeah.
Slayton. Thank you for writing in.
Oh, hey, there's free games this weekend. Apparently,
For Honor.
yeah, For Honor's one of them. Be
If
sure
you
to check
haven't
that
if
out.
you haven't checked it out,
Saints
that
Row
game is awesome.
4. I before the V means 4.
Yes.
V is 5.
Very nice.
VI is 6.
Very good. Very good.
For Honor is available until August 13th.
Yep.
Just
Be sure to
FYI.
check that out.
Definitely.
Super Mega Baseball 2 is delayed until next MLB season.
Don't mind. I didn't really like
Yeah.
Super Mega Baseball. I want a real baseball game. Someone give me MLB The Show.
Yeah, there's
just
a Hulu
bring it
of
over.
baseball
I know
games.
Sony owns it, but someone, EA,
Yeah, get back
me-
into the base. That were fun
get
games.
me a baseball game. Baseball is the funnest game to go through on a season. Or you know what needs to be done? A third party, like a small studio, like HB Studio that does Golf Club 2, where an EA was messing around with Tiger Woods, said, you know what, we could do it better. Do the same thing, just with baseball.
You should make a phone call and make it happen.
I'll make it happen.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
That would be cool. You
Yes.
should do that, actually. Write a letter.
Yeah.
A strongly
Write a
worded
letter.
letter.
Yeah. Swear a couple times. Not a lot, but just enough so they know
Use
you're
words
serious.
like whom, and to it may who something concern.
To it may concern
yeah,
you.
that one.
Firebird wrote in and said, you just set off Alexa around the world. Hey, Alexa, find XoneBros.
I have the new Amazon tablet,
Uh-huh.
and I find like Alexa is fantastic.
Oh,
She's I would say she's her and Cortana are like battling each other because
Oh,
I
yeah?
thought Cortana was pretty good.
Yeah.
Siri's okay.
The Google's pretty accurate.
Yeah,
Google
Google's
Home.
pretty good,
I've had a
too.
chance to play it.
Actually,
So,
you know what? Siri's pretty good too.
I'm
But
not yet
Alexa, I
jumping
think, is
in-
probably one of the.
so let's talk
Top
about
tier.
these home automated systems real quick.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
They're right
smart
up my
homes, if
they're
you
right
will.
up my alley. I am
they're
just
cool.
really looking into these things.
Okay.
I'm waiting. I'm sitting back and holding off, even though I really want one. Because here's why: I use Amazon for a lot of my stuff. I use Google for another large portion. The individual things that I use them specifically for would not talk to each other. Like if I had Alexa, I couldn't say, Alexa, play Google Play Music. Or go, I guess you could go to YouTube on Alexa, but you can't use Google Play Music. And that's what I would use that for. And on Google, I couldn't say, go to the Amazon store and purchase soap.
By the way,
But on Alexa, I could.
that's what I do to people when they leave the room. I buy stuff for them on their
Like when
account.
if you see they have like an Echo or something.
Yeah,
in
they
their
have to have an
house.
Echo. Alexa, buy a new set of pens or something. And they're like, would you like a set of pens? Yes,
Yes.
send it. Send it. One click.
Send it.
One click
And then you leave. They come back in the room and you just twiddle your
No,
thumbs
I
like
was.
nothing
Yeah, I've
happened.
been playing with Alexa.
And so I'm waiting because I want one that does it all for me, but I'm waiting. So far, I think, to be honest, Google Home is in first place for me. But Alexa, there's a lot of
Dude,
stuff
she's
there.
good. I was just talking to her.
The
I
problem
find
is-
myself saying thank you to her.
The problem with Google is I don't use all my media through Google. I use like part of my media, but the vast majority of it is on I have a Kindle Firebox, which is fantastic. I do my
Yeah,
shopping
I used
there.
yours. So I have the Kindle Fire Stick. I have
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Fire Stick,
Uh-huh.
and I used yours the other day at your house, or at your dad's.
Yeah. We got him because he had the stick. I was like, you got to upgrade. It's so fast.
so much better. It's
So much
not
better.
even close.
No, it's
yeah,
not
I feel
even a
like they
competition.
made the stick and then everybody bought it and they're like, oh crap.
They probably made it to be sucky.
Yeah, no,
So
oh,
their
shoot.
upgraded version is awesome.
Yeah,
So-
well, because it's
They're
got a
like-
processor
they're
in it.
Colesing it.
That's what does it.
I call that a Kohl's.
A Coles.
Yeah, because you go to Kohl's and you look around, everything's like 60% off, and it's still like $90, and you're like,
Yeah. Well, so what they do is they up the price
Yeah.
and then give you a discount.
yeah.
or
Yeah.
they just put up like, just put 70%
Well,
off.
not only do that, they give you Kohl's bucks and they give you
called-
discounts.
it's called a discount rate.
My dad was so happy that he bought like 3 huge things for $1.75 the other day because with the Kohl's bucks
Yeah.
and all that. They have like this.
But you think you're getting a great deal because
He got a good
it's
deal.
like
Yeah, but
65%
what
off
you
and
have
it's
to do
$90,
to
you're like,
what you have
"Whoa,
to
this
do to
must
get
have
the
been
Kohl's
huge."
bucks.
when my dad gets involved, they lose money.
Destiny 2. It's drawing
Yeah,
close.
so Destiny 2, you can search this on your Alexas or your
Yeah.
Echoes if you want. But Destiny 2 is getting closer. So Destiny 1, the final Trials of Osiris is
You should just,
underway.
Alexa.
Hey Alexa, go to Game of Thrones.
You know what I want?
Actor Nonverba in chat says that we've activated his Alexa twice. Stop
Oh,
it.
really?
That's funny.
There are
That's
so many
funny.
things that I could not say because it's a family
Hey,
show.
you know what they should do? Just one last thing on that
Sure.
topic of Alexa and Cortana. They should let you name it whatever you want.
Yeah, like Bill.
Yeah.
Or Herb.
Yeah.
I'd do a Herb.
I would call it stupid.
I would call
Guido.
mine Veronica.
'Cause I
I'd
like-
do Guido.
Guido.
Guido. Hey Guido. I need some pizza.
See, that would be cool.
see?
See, and that's
Give
what
me
they
a
need.
name.
No one wants to do that.
No.
That
you
would
gotta
be
give
awesome.
me
Yeah,
access.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Hey, stupid.
Yeah.
Buy me pizza.
Guido
I
would
feel
be a
like
good one.
king.
Or
But Guido
Watto.
would be awesome.
Watto.
Guido. Hey Guido, go to Guido would be. I'd love the name Guido.
Guido.
Yeah.
Hey, Guido. Yeah, that's a good one. See, I wish they would do
Hey,
that.
Mr. Mistopheles.
Yeah. Or you can just name it a profanity. You know, that would be people walking
Well,
into your house.
I think that would be the problem. That's probably why.
Well, if someone buys it, honestly, if they gave me money, they
freedom.
can do
It's
whatever
their
they want.
prerogative.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they can
I
do
mean,
whatever
this is
they want.
America.
Yeah.
This is true. This is true.
Yes, so sorry. Destiny final Trials of Osiris event is now underway.
Boom,
You can get
Destiny
into
2.
it. Yeah, Destiny. So Destiny will still be supported, but not really.
Yeah, because Destiny 2 is coming. Trials of
Yeah.
Osiris. It's its last one.
I mean, you can still play
I like,
it. And
I
it'll
like
be
what
up
you
and
said.
running.
It'll still be supported,
Well,
but not
that's
really.
basically what they're saying. I mean, they said it will be supported, just not as frequently. So it's basically like, yeah, we'll keep the servers running, but not really. You know, like,
But if you really want to have fun, just come into Destiny 2.
Basically, you can still play this game, but if you want to have fun, you'll play Destiny 2.
Yeah.
That's basically what they're saying. But yeah, I mean, it'll still be supported. You can still play it and have fun and all that. But obviously, their focus will be on Destiny 2, so there won't be any more events like Osiris.
They're just going to leave that
Osiris. Why do I keep saying Osiris? It's Halo.
the tower up. They're going to leave the tower up
Oh, no.
that runs all the servers.
Trials of Osiris is the name, huh? Yeah, that's right. That's why I keep saying Osiris, because that's the name.
Because
I
that's
was just
actually the
thinking-
name of the.
I was thinking of Osiris Team. Anyway,
Conan Exiles, moving on,
yeah, I'm gonna get this game
had its first gameplay on
the Xbox One.
Can I say
Oh,
what
this
it
is the
looks like?
game that the memo. I'm buying this game.
This is Ark.
And I'm gonna play.
This
it.
is Ark if the dinosaurs were slaves or
Yes, Ark was
archers
slaves.
or.
What
yeah,
I think-
Ark-
what
Will
I
you play this game and capture slaves with
What
me?
what I think looks
You know what?
interesting.
And
is
go to the
look at-
north
when you put it that way.
and
what
fight
I-
the White Walkers with me.
Look
up
at this.
there.
Look at this gameplay. So Conan Exiles gameplay on Xbox One. It came out this week. What does that remind you of?
Skyrim.
Yeah, the way ESO.
She's probably going
like
to
watch,
fight the
watch
White
how she's
Walkers
moving.
right now.
The fight mechanic, the dodge, that looks just like Elder Scrolls or ESO.
And look, the graphics
ESO
look good.
because
I
you're
would
in
say
third- in-
ESO a lot more than
because you're in third person.
yeah.
But it looks just like ESO, like the character's movements and stuff. So
Yeah.
Anyway, I am buying this game. It comes out the 13th of August, which is just next week. Or no, sorry, August 16th, and it does come with the expansion. But look at the come on, tell me that's not a White Walker when you look at the picture.
At
here.
the
yeah, that's a
cover
White
art
Walker.
or whatever.
yeah, the
That's
cover,
White
yeah,
Walker.
because we get the new expansion when they the Frozen North or whatever they want to call it, right?
oh, that's a
Oh,
White Walker. Yeah.
Yeah, come on. See, and there's this place where like they summon at midnight and you can beat them. I'm getting this game. You guys should jump in with me and we'll get slaves. I know slavery's bad, but when it's in a video game, you know,
It's
it's not real.
just like
I'm mature enough to realize that video games aren't real, so I can
yeah.
have slaves in my.
Well,
video games.
all right.
I'll treat them fairly. I'll pay them a decent wage, maybe
Well,
if they do.
you know
work
what?
correctly.
After seeing how you treat people in
That's 'cause
City
there's-
Skylines,
Hey, you
I don't
notice-
think you're gonna treat them well.
You notice the upper districts don't have any problems. They're not complaining. If the lower district wouldn't complain,
well,
and
you
be
lock
stupid.
them off and you take away police
That's
stations
because
and
they're
fire
being
You know who,
departments.
no, you know who Jordan is? President Snow
I'm more
from
like
the
Jon Snow.
Hunger Games. You're President Snow from the Hunger Games, and you see the outlying districts as the problem.
No, see, I believe, I believe the Game of Thrones is the origin story of Hunger Games. President Snow is Jon Snow as an older,
okay.
as a person that is
His
still alive.
great ancestor.
Yeah, it's great. No,
And,
well, it's
that's
just-
what we get.
I had before I ever walled them off. I had all the districts, and the other districts didn't complain. This district, I don't know what their problem is. They're selfish.
Fair enough. You know what?
And they are.
You are.
treated as
He is
such.
Snow. He is President Snow.
Jordan just wants Conan so that when he conquers us, he can knock us out, drag us back to his camp, and make us his slave.
Yeah, make you my blacksmith slave. One of you will be like a dancer for the camp.
I'll do that. I'll do that.
He is the slutty one.
Yeah, I'll do that.
You do that.
I'll do that.
and I'm good at making tools, so
Yeah.
I'll be the blacksmith.
Anyway, I'm excited for Conan coming to the not just for because you can. It's funny to, capture people and make them do your bidding, but it just looks cool. I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
I liked Ark. It looks like Ark. I'm excited for this expansion. That
Looks
they're
like a
coming out
fun
with.
game,
Oh, and
a
by
fun
the way,
concept.
just a heads up, they're not charging you for the expansion. They
Boom.
said, "Hey, we're adding onto the map, and by the way, it's free because our game's not even released yet."
Yeah.
The game itself, to get into it now, to get early access, you do have to pay $34.99, which I'm okay paying for early access to try out a game. It's when your game is not released and you already paid for the game, and then you release an expansion that costs money. Is where
No,
the
I still have a
game's
problem with early access.
No, I know,
Yeah,
but I'm just saying.
You're saying
yeah.
New Overwatch skins.
Yes, the summer 2017 is available. My favorite Overwatch skin is Widowmaker. She actually looks really attractive.
She's hot.
Yeah,
She's got a
I didn't
bikini.
realize that.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't realize how
My
attractive she
favorite,
was.
the
in
one
her.
I need to get is
Like-
Soldier 76 Dad.
Yeah.
It's like a dad skin.
He's got his thing.
He's a
You don't
bar.
like-
he's got his like belt
don't
of
like
like
the-
barbecuing stuff.
You don't like the Baywatch McCree?
Yeah.
That was cool. McCree has like no shirt on. He's like David Hasselhoff basically from Baywatch.
Oh,
That's
very
his
nice.
skin. It's pretty awesome.
Blizzard does
He's got a-
skins,
yeah.
man. They do skins so well.
Yeah.
I am going to be purchasing
Black Widow is pretty cool. Yeah, she's in like her bikini dress thingy. What do you call those things that they wear and they tie it
I
around?
believe they call it a swimsuit, Jordan.
Oh, well, there's some like towel thing.
Yeah, okay.
It's pretty cool.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Summer skins.
It's
and
I tell ya.
Lucio Ball is
They're good.
back. So there's a new arena that I had to laugh because you don't really look at the arena when you're playing that.
We have a question about Lucio Ball for Mr. McSpicy.
Oh, for me, huh?
That came in. Let's go to it real quick.
This just in.
Josh Grotberg writes in and says, "Here's a Mark question. I recently took the dive into Overwatch, and I've realized how awesome it was. Goodbye, Call of Duty. But
Yeah,
Summer Games,
awesome.
Summer Games now has Lucio Ball. I think they really need to increase the movement speed for Lucio. The ball moves so fast, and you move 5 times slower. Should they increase it? Yes or no? Should Lucio be increased for Lucio Ball? Mr. McSpicy, yes or no?"
So, I would have to say no.
Oh.
And the reason I would say no is because, do you ever watch that movie Goal? Remember that movie Goal?
Where the movie was pretty. It said the first real soccer movie, and then they flash to the guy during the movie, and he has to kick like a PK, and he can't even kick the ball.
Yeah,
And you're
it's
like,
funny.
why
Yeah.
can't you just get a soccer player?
I know. I don't understand. Put a wig. I mean, even on the movie Rad, they put a wig on a girl, and then the girl could do a lot of BMX tricks.
Yeah.
It's called camera angles.
Yeah. I don't understand.
Anyway, so in the movie Goal, the coach says to the kid, "Why do we pass the ball?" And then he kicks the ball. "Why do we pass the ball? Because the ball goes faster than you." Okay? So in soccer and anything, position is very important. You remove that aspect of the game, and it would be chaos.
It would be Rocket League.
Well, because even Rocket League, yeah, you can go fast, but the ball still goes faster
This
than
is
you.
true. This
You
is true.
need to have the ball be able to go faster. Otherwise, planning, strategy, tactics don't come into play. So I would say no, just plan ahead and
No
play
dice.
position. Play smart.
All right.
There you go.
Good
That's
thing.
my-
Play smart. Thank you, Josh Groberg, for writing in. We're on Call of Duty Infinite Warfare.
Yeah, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare DLC 3 is now out on the Xbox. You have 4 new maps: Ember, Bermuda, 4, and Permafrost. You also have a new zombie mode, Attack of the Radioactive Thing.
Very nice.
So be sure to check that out. And then Assassin's Creed, there's an IGN first where they talk about their game or their combat, which is really cool. They talked about in the old Assassin's Creed, their combat was kind of like a paired system. So like when you would go to attack someone, the AI would kind of pair up with you, and you would hit the attack button. It would do an animation, and then you guys would kind of back off each other. And that's kind of how the combat worked. In this one, they've moved to a hitbox system.
Okay.
Which basically means if you swing your sword and someone's hitbox is in front of you, you will hit them. If not, you will miss. And in doing so, that opens up a lot of new stuff. So if you swing and miss, you're now left open for them to hit you.
Yeah.
Right? So also, they talked about the shield, how your shield covers in front of you but does not cover behind you. So you have to, watch enemies flanking. They're really emphasizing combat. They also talked about, I believe there was either 6 or 7 weapon types. Some are faster, some are slower, and this all kind of ties into that hitbox system, right? If you have a big, heavy weapon, it'll do damage if you hit the hitbox, but you're a lot slower. It's swing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They also have ranged weapons. I think that was 4 different types of ranged weapons. It's really cool, and the combat actually does look really fun,
Yeah.
which I like. So
That's
be sure
nice.
to check that out. And
Go
that's
check it out.
Assassin's Creed Origins.
Coming soon.
Yes.
All right.
We're very excited about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First Wave Creators Program. It's here. It's basically the true indie developer. So, the Xbox Live Creators Program allows any developer to directly publish their games to Xbox One. So that means you can go out and get yourself a developer's kick for the Xbox, and
Which
make
are actually pretty expensive.
Yeah.
I think like $2,000 or something.
and make
Yeah,
your
a little bit up there.
make
Yeah.
yourself a game and publish it directly as long as you follow. I mean, you just have to follow.
Yeah, I believe
rules
you
and
have to
stuff.
adhere to the Microsoft
Yeah,
Store
yeah.
standards, but
and then directly publish it.
those are probably not high.
Which is
They're
super,
probably
which is super exciting. The big news is that
They
the
did
first
release
batch of games,
Ben-Hur.
the first batch of games from the Xbox Live Creators Program dropped this week.
Yes.
So that
yeah. Very
that's-
cool.
That's super exciting. And with that, let's get into our discussion segment where you can submit a question every week over on Facebook, facebook.com/X1Bros. Hit the like button, follow us there. There's a post that goes up. Leave a question. If we don't get to it on the show, chances are it will go up every Monday. We have a coffee break blog that goes up in which those questions are answered. Dan McKinnis writes in and asks about this Creators Collection. He says, with the Creators Collection section being added to the Xbox store, will you guys be checking out some of the indiest of the indie games?
Oh, yeah. I might even throw my own on there.
Yeah. Or...
You have a half-made game about us.
Yeah, there's actually a wheelchair section for little...
Oh, yeah, very nice.
For those OGs out there.
Or does the fact that they don't come with achievements, is that a deal breaker at all for you guys? So the indie games, they don't have achievements built into them. You got to go through Microsoft to do that. But will we be jumping into some of those indie... I mean, really, it's the truest form of indie that you could get. Absolutely. Yeah. Will you jump into it? Jordan, how about you?
Well, I mean, achievements are always fun and nice, right? But a good game's a good game, right? I mean, you play games for the experience, you know? I mean, there's certain games you do play for the achievement hunting and stuff like that, like those Burger King games or the games that you guys found.
I love sneaking, and I loved
that cube game where you never had to look at the
tiny
screen.
Racers or whatever.
Yeah. There's achievement hunting games, but really, a fun game's a fun game, right? I mean, there's actually games on the PC this week that I've been playing that don't have achievements tied to them. They're just fun to play, right?
Yeah.
If you have a fun game, people will play it.
Yeah.
If you program it, they will come.
I agree with you. I just like the fact that, I mean, just
Kevin Costner,
like what YouTube did for video and entertainment, just making it accessible to everybody. Everybody can be a content creator now, right? I feel like Steam, Xbox, PlayStation, opening up these avenues for people to directly publish their games will do the same thing for gaming, which is only a good thing. There'll be new.
It could be a bad thing.
How could it be a bad thing?
I mean, all right. There's some shows that my nieces and nephew watch on YouTube that are terrible, and I mean terrible, like meaning morally? Production quality.
Oh, sure.
Like it's bad. So, and I don't mean.
Is the content bad though? I mean, like,
I would not want my kids watching stuff like that because I think production value is important. Otherwise,
I mean, content is king, though.
I know, but
look at AM radio, right? It's a lesser radio, but you've got incredibly talented talk show hosts that are successful there, even though the median is not the best because content is king.
I know, but I don't know. I mean, those videos are obviously way popular on YouTube, but they're just
that's true.
Terrible for every type of child.
Well, but don't you think that I mean, it's not for you, but someone else might like it, right? I mean, it just gives more options to more people.
Yeah, but I like
what they don't like.
Maybe I'm just the old man. I'm in the old man phase right now where everything sucks, you know. Life sucks and you die.
Sure.
But like what happened to the good old days of like good old 80s cartoons or good old early 90s cartoons?
Yeah.
You know, where there was production value. There was
an effort.
I like The Amazing Spider-Man, the cartoon. I love that show. That was like the first show I ever watched that had a overlining story arc across all seasons and all episodes.
Yeah.
I feel as though there's a danger in just letting any Joe... I mean, let's look at mobile gaming. Let's look at mobile gaming, how easy it is to make games and how easy it is to release them. You have a lot of crap out there.
Sure. But you also have a lot of good ones, too.
Well, you have like 3 good ones, right?
I don't know.
I think there's 4 now. I think there's 4 good games on mobile, but I'm not sure.
Maybe, but I think that's a little bit different because you're not public. This is you still have to attract an audience on these platforms
mobile games
that play games.
Like
mobile games
I feel
are
like if you had a console, you're not. I mean, you could be a casual gamer, but you're a little bit more.
Mobile games are like you're attracting the guy that just wants to waste his time.
That has never played a video game.
Has never played a video game
I feel like
before.
If you have a console,
I know,
or get a console, you're a little bit more into those.
But I know what you're saying. You're going to get a lot of crap.
Yeah.
But with that, you're also going to get a lot of good games too.
Well, a lot of maybe not a lot. We don't know if there's going to be a lot of good games.
Do you think
there probably will be good games?
Sure.
I don't know.
Do you think it'll naturally filter itself? Because look at Steam. There's some crap shoots on there.
There's a lot.
But there's a lot of great games as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but see
great kind of naturally will filter itself.
Yeah. But see, the people that make good games are very dedicated, and they go through certain channels. Even on the indie side, like one of my favorite games, Stardew Valley. It was one builder. It was I can't remember his name, Disgruntled Ape or something like that. I can't remember his name. Sorry.
Chuckle?
What? Chucklefish is the dev name.
Oh, okay,
I think.
okay, yeah.
But he spent 5 years making that game, doing all that stuff. But then he went through the right channels on Steam. It wasn't just an open platform where people. Because here's what's going to happen: you have this open platform,
but it's not open. So open.
You have to get a dev kit.
Open. Yeah. Well, not only that, but you have to still apply by and adhere to their rules and regulations
of the
which
like no malicious.
So maybe I'm just misunderstanding this because I was under the impression
it's not it's not the Wild West, but it is more accessible.
Yeah, it's more accessible to make games, but you can't just go make a half-made crappy game and just throw it on.
So here's what I'm getting at. You have all these crappy games, and you have these gems within those crappy games. How are we going to find the good games from the bad games?
Yeah.
Maybe they're going to put in a good filtering system, a popularity, thing, or what's hot kind of a thing.
Well, there'll be a review system. The people will determine.
I hope so.
Really. That's what's happened with movies or Netflix or as things. It's easier.
But Netflix is a very terrible example because they skew their own rating system to put shows on there that are cheaper for them to display.
No. What I'm saying is
Amazon rating system would be a little.
But what
bit
I'm
more.
saying is Netflix shows people go to Rotten Tomatoes or IMDb. To research those.
So
now.
that's like a third party system.
Yeah. So the people are doing it. So I think in today's day, making it easier for people to develop games is only going to push gaming further. Ultimately, I think it's a good thing.
I hope so. I just say I see. We're disagreeing here, and maybe it's just because I'm a pessimist and you're an optimist.
Sure.
But
I just think anytime you open up markets, you increase competition, and you're going to get a lot of crap, but you're also going to get gems. And I'm going to choose with my dollars to support those people that are good, and it will incentivize more people to make good games. And at first, it might just be crap, right? But eventually that will weed itself out.
Okay. I think we made Jordan uncomfortable because he's like sweating over there now.
No, I got like a hot flash. I don't know what happened.
Menopause.
That happens, man. That happens.
Weird.
Well, so I am excited. Maybe I'll just let everyone else tell me what games are good.
Sure.
Because I don't know.
Do your Twitch.
Well, it's like YouTube. It's like YouTube in the respect that, it's not. This is a bad example because it's not gaming, but it's the same underlying principle. You subscribe to content that you like, and you don't subscribe to crappy content.
I know that, and I do that.
But it's different because anyone can post a video at any time. Period. On this,
okay, there's
they're
still
not
a little
doing
bit
that.
of,
You can't just.
That's probably, and if you, a dev kit it's like $2,000. It's if you got a dev kit, then
you're serious.
You're serious. Yeah, that's true. Or you're serious or rich.
You're serious enough. Yeah.
Yeah. Because here's the deal with YouTube. Like, there's so many recommended videos on my what pops up that bug me. Like, why would I care to watch this?
Oh yeah, no, true.
And it's like it's like going nuts now. I don't know what YouTube has done to the algorithms.
Yeah, that's a whole other discussion because YouTube has tons of issues at the moment.
It's like, why am I? And you go to the video and you look at the comments and everyone's like, why am I here? Why did this? I just went here. I went here to get this off my suggested feed.
On that note, Darth Apache said they do have to integrate a more extensive rating and review system, and the fact that people can review games on Xbox before its release is atrocious. I completely agree with that. I don't think you should be, and I think that just like Amazon, you can have confirmed purchase reviews.
Yeah.
I don't think you should be able to review a game on your Xbox Live unless you own that game.
I agree.
And it's easy to do. They can see whether or not
honestly,
you own it.
I think Steam has the best review system for one reason. They tell you
because it's by the people.
Yeah, it's by the people. But they tell you how many hours that person has logged into.
Yeah, that is a good.
So
way
if someone
to do
goes, "This game's awful," 0.2 hours. I'm not gonna listen to that guy. But if this guy goes, "Hey, this
it's
game
a weighted
did this.
review system.
Yeah, like this guy did. Like, hey, this game's not that good, and he has like 100 and something hours. I'm more likely to believe that. You know what I mean? It just tells you how long they played, and I like that. It's so simple.
I'll just say my final thoughts.
Sure.
I hope that it works because it in theory it's a good thing.
Well, I think we oversimplified it. It's not like an open Wild West. I can press publish and it will go there. You still have to. Still have to go through.
You have a paywall of a $2,000 paywall to get the dev
number
kit.
one. But and then also Darth Apache brings up, much more work goes into coding YouTube and that content. You just turn on a camera and open a toy or take a picture of an ant and put that on there.
Yeah, there would be a lot less videos if people had to pay $2,000 before they got an account.
And had to
post
actually
stuff.
code their videos.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, fair enough. Okay, fair enough. I thought it was a lot more open, and that concerned me.
Well, it is a lot more open than it currently is.
Yeah.
But
Oh, then it was.
Then it was, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. I concede.
Anyways,
it's a good thing.
Anyways, so yes, we will be purchasing it or buying more of those games, and I don't think achievements are a deal breaker there. Thanks, Dan McInnes, for writing that in. Melvin Frederick writes in and asks, interested in what you guys think of Agents of Mayhem. You might have discussed it, but I heard there's no multiplayer or co-op. Is that a bad move? Could they add it down the line? Jordan, Agents of Mayhem.
I could tell he wasn't paying attention. He may have to
That's why I said Jordan.
Yeah.
Agents of Mayhem.
co-op.
What do you think? It's not coming with co-op or multiplayer. Could they add that down the line? What are your impressions of Agents of Mayhem? Is that a game that interests you? Will you look into it? Or
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it looks fun.
Okay, but the question is...
So,
The question is the fact that they didn't have co-op
honestly,
or
I mean,
multiplayer,
you can
would
really
that hurt the game?
I mean, there's very few things now.
So I don't know
with
Agents of Mayhem. I'm not.
Yeah, there's very few things like with patches nowadays that you can't just add something later.
Sure.
I mean, in my opinion, most games are more fun with co-op.
Sure.
So I do think it's a miss that they weren't able to put co-op in there, but it could come down the line. I mean, look at NBA Live. I think that was actually a huge miss. That remember it didn't come with Play with Friends button or something like that.
Oh, the playground?
Yeah, NBA Playgrounds. What
Yeah.
was it?
Oh, yeah.
Play with. So anyway,
You couldn't play against other people multiplayer with your friends.
with your friends. Yeah,
It was random.
Yeah. So, but that is coming, right? I mean, I do think it's a missed opportunity, but
Yeah.
it can come.
But, yeah.
Yeah. No, I really do. I think most games but I like multiplayer co-op games and stuff. I think
Sure.
most games are more fun with co-op.
Yeah.
I mean, there are your like Witcher is a great single player game, right? But
Yeah.
I think this game would be more fun with co-op. I think this game looks fun. I mean, I might get it. I'm just really focused on Conan right now, so that's where my
Getting slaved.
yeah. But no, I think the game looks fun. There's a lot of people playing it. I saw even IGN did a video, how much mayhem can we cause type video thing,
Yeah.
right? So it's cool. It looks fun. And
I think it looks like very
most games are more fun with co-op.
Borderlands-ish, where you want. I think co-op would just make that game so much better because it's very Borderlands-ish. Borderlands-like.
I think co-op always makes a game at least 23% better.
That's true. That's true.
I think that's
true.
a quantifiable number.
That's true. Great
quantifiable
question.
number.
Thank you, Melvin, for writing in. Chris Brodka writes in and says, with indie games growing and improving and often coming in at a lower price point, do you think they are a better value than $60 AAA titles on average?
Some of them.
Jordan, go ahead.
Better
Some of
than
them.
$60, so I would pay $100? Is that what that's implying?
No. Since indie games are cheaper on average than $60 AAA games, are they a
okay.
better value on average?
Some of them.
Some of them are.
Yeah.
Some of them aren't.
I cannot argue Jordan's answer.
Yeah. Give me a game that you think is a better value than a AAA game.
Stardew Valley.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at that. No hesitation.
Binding of Isaac.
Binding of Isaac. There
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah. Because you can put a lot of time into those two games alone.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Yes, you can. No, yeah, it absolutely depends on the game. If it's a good game, is a good game, is a good game. Period. And it will
Big old
always
period.
it will always be much more return on investment and value than a mediocre AAA game any day of the week. No matter if that game is $1 or $90.
Yeah.
The value's there if it's a good game.
Agreed.
And a AAA game, they're not. If it sucks, it's not going to sell. I
Yeah,
mean,
no,
and they lost
absolutely.
a lot
good
of
games sell, bad games don't.
Yeah. No, absolutely. And thank you, Chris, for writing in. Great question. Jacob Gore writes in and says, with survival games on the rise, who do you think is doing it right? And do you think survival games... And do you think
don't even own the game. You can't give a review
Yeah,
yet.
that's right. Okay,
you just went through this whole thing. I really hope that you have to buy the game before you can review it.
Okay, with survival games on the rise, who do you think is doing it right, Mr. McSpicy?
Who's doing it right?
Yes.
Survival games.
Jordan.
Okay.
I can
Jordan, you
tell
have
you
one?
who's definitely doing it wrong.
Okay, tell me.
DayZ.
Okay, well, I mean,
they've been
easy.
doing it wrong for like 6 years.
They've been doing it wrong since
And
1999.
Ark's starting to get on that side, but because they add such awesome things, they're kind of still they're in the middle there.
Okay.
Well, could you consider Fortnite a survival?
I think so.
Yeah, I think you can
Yeah,
follow it.
there's
Honestly, you can
one that
consider
does
that
it
game
right.
really anything.
Yeah, that game's just whatever.
That game's whatever you want it to be.
So what game? What was the question?
What survival games are doing it right?
Fortnite, I would agree with you on that one. I think Fortnite's
So
doing
yeah,
it right.
and PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, can that be considered a survival game?
Yeah,
The
I think
the
so.
key of the game is to be the last one surviving.
I think they and I PlayerUnknown. I've been a fan of his since
Arma,
since when he made the first Battle Royale mod for that. I think when I first played that, we played. I think we streamed it too early on years ago. And when I first played that, I was just like, "This is going to be the next genre."
Yeah. Well, no, it's a super cool concept.
And then you know,
What about a game like State of Decay?
State of Decay is awesome. That's a great game. Survival games. They hook you. Survival games by its very nature is very carrot on a stick.
Yeah.
And you want to stay alive. You're trying to stay alive. And you have to do certain things to do so, and so it grabs you in a way that other games have a hard time doing.
Sure.
What?
I was just gonna say, you know who I think did it really well actually is the Division Survival DLC. I mean, we logged quite a few hours into that. That was a lot of fun.
A fun one.
That was really fun. They had their player versus environment mode and their PvP mode. I mean, that was.
And you were rewarded for both of them. That was a lot of fun. Yeah.
That one, I feel like they did it
they
right.
Did do it
I
right.
mean, they were a game that wasn't necessarily survival, but they came. Well, I mean, it kind of was, but they came out with that specific mode.
Okay, so we have examples of games that do it right. How do we think survival games can improve?
By not doing what DayZ did.
What is that game? I have an idea. That game on PlayStation 4 where after 7 deaths it wipes your save and you've got to start from the beginning.
Oh,
I like that concept. What is that game? Like Hell something?
7 days to live?
No.
No, wait, what?
No, is that Let It Die?
Hold on.
The skateboarding Grim Reaper.
No,
logo?
someone in chat.
No, Let It Die. Yeah, that's on PlayStation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
4, yeah.
No,
that one's a good survival game.
That's like the carrot on the stick, like on crack.
Hell something or something. Someone in chat tell me. I know someone in chat knows. Anyways, there's a game. It's on Sony right now, and if you die like 7 times, it wipes your save, and you've got to start all the way over. I like that. I think bringing that kind of concept to a survival game would be so awesome.
Well, I mean, that's Path of Exile has a survival mode or death mode, or
even
hard
with
mode. Or Diablo
hardcore mode is what Hellblade.
Hellblade, that is the game. Hellblade. It's a really cool concept. How it works out and whether or not it's too punishing or not.
This one came out on Steam as well. I've seen this advertised everywhere.
Yeah, it looks super. It's just a super cool concept. Thank you, Juarez Waldo in chat. I think that's a way that you can take that survival mode to the next level. Yeah, to the next level where you're like, oh, I mean, State of Decay kind of does that because it's permadeath for your characters.
Yeah. And
you'll lose all of their stuff. But taking it to an even more extreme level where you cannot.
I think we've talked about this before. If you want to really raise the next level of survival games, if you die, it erases your hard drive.
Yeah,
Here's one.
You have to the first time you buy the game, it comes with one external flash stick.
Here's what would be cool. And when I'm a billionaire, I'm going to do this. The game, it's super hard survival game. Let's say you have to survive 200 hours in that game, right? You have to survive 200 hours in the game. If you die one time, anytime you die, it breaks your entire console or your PC. But if you make it, the first one to make it to the 200 hours gets $100,000 cash.
Yeah,
I believe we're going to escalate this to Sword Art Online.
Yeah.
It's kind of like
now when you die, you die. That's where this is headed.
No, but that would be cool.
What's that Arnold Schwarzenegger movie?
And you could probably self-fund that because people would rebuy. It's basically they would rebuy for the opportunity to win You just have to finish it to win $100,000.
Yeah.
But if you don't, it breaks your entire system. Boom, done.
And smoke starts coming out the back.
Yeah.
Oh man,
that's how you improve survival games.
It's almost kind of like Ready Player One. If you win, you get $100,000.
Speaking of which, the Ready Player One movie trailer. Have you read the books, Mark?
Yes.
Yeah, you Will Wheaton'd it.
Okay. Which by the way is a bad move.
Yeah,
okay.
Of all, I have listened to hundreds upon hundreds of thousands of hours of audiobooks.
Sure.
I am a reader.
Yeah.
I just have poor vision, so I listen to it. Will Wheaton. I'm sorry, buddy. You are the worst reader I have ever experienced in any book. And I've listened to the 80s, for blind people audiobooks, and those are bad.
Yeah.
He is terrible. He made that book a lot worse than it needed to be for me. Sorry.
That's fun. Anyways, the Ready Player One trailer is out. My wife has read the book and loves it. We watched the trailer together, and we're both sitting there watching the trailer, and she was like, yes, oh, this looks so cool. And I'm like, I have no clue. That trailer was made
Oh, really?
For
You haven't
you.
read the book?
Yeah, that trailer.
You haven't read Ready Player One?
I haven't read Ready Player One, no. That trailer is made for people who have read the book because without it, it literally, I have no idea after 2 minutes of watching that trailer what that movie is about at all.
It doesn't explain anything. It just
It doesn't
shows
explain
stuff.
anything.
It shows you the back of the
It shows
Back to the Future car, and it shows you
it
like,
shows
what the-
scenes, and that's it. Like I have no idea what the premise is. Nothing.
Did you
That
not-
is a trailer.
Did you
made.
not listen to
And-
what the kid was saying at the beginning?
Well, yeah.
I live in this trailer park.
No.
And
the trailer was
I
stacked
have
on each
the
other.
A
world
lot of
sucks
people
right
live in
now.
Trailer Park. The world does say
The
it,
world
yeah.
sucks right now. You know.
It's a bad trailer though because you should not have. Trailers are there to get as many people to see it as possible, right? To pique everyone's interest. Instead, I was lost. I thought, well, I don't know. And if I'm like that, what is your average Joe? Like I kind of know what Ready Player One is about. Never read it. What is your average Joe who has never heard of Ready Player One thinking with that movie trailer? Like that's a bad movie trailer.
Maybe. I don't know.
No,
Maybe
it
it
is.
intrigues people.
No, it is a bad movie trailer.
Okay, well,
I
Will
have
Wheaton,
spoken.
Will Wheaton sucked too.
Yeah, well, there you
He
go.
narrated.
Will Wheaton probably did this movie trailer.
Oh man, just stick to doing whatever else you do. Don't read any more books that I would like. So just stay away from.
Quick question: did you like Ready Player One?
I did for the most part. I thought it was okay. There were things that broke my mind. Like it was like, what the? Like
Did the last maybe 10 chapters not do it for you?
well, here. So I'll be very vague. So this is.
David hasn't read it yet, and I know he will.
I'm
going to
be very
Yeah,
vague.
I probably will.
This will probably help you understand the trailer.
Okay. This vague, overarching
there-
description.
Yeah. So the world is painted like post-apocalyptic.
Yeah, that's why my wife likes it. It's a dystopia.
Yeah. So
I don't even know what that word means, but it sounds
That
good.
means post-apocalyptic.
it's painted that way.
It's the opposite of a utopia.
Oh,
It's just dystopia.
that makes
And
sense.
he actually does in the first chapters does a really good job at explaining it. You know,
Sure.
it's a very hard life. The world
Sure.
sucks.
Bam.
He's taking a bus ride that there's like 6 people that are like soldiers that have to protect the traveling in this book.
Kind of like Mad Max.
Mad Max. I'm sure one of those guys was a guitar player at the front. So this world is painted like crazy, like just a terrible world. What bugs me is there are imperfections in the plot, and it just drives me crazy. Like tick 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 tick. Where I can't. He orders pizza, and it gets delivered. In this world of post-apocalyptic, if you can order pizza, the world is still a good place. Like, I don't understand that. Like in a
Maybe
world,
that pizza guy had a bus of guards
No.
following behind him.
he ordered it from
The
on,
Domino's Legion.
he ordered it online. He just and that is not a world that was portrayed correctly. You know, Mad Max can't call up someone and say, "I'd like, what do you want? We want the meat lovers."
Yeah.
And there are little things like that in it that bug me because he does a good job of painting this world, but then he'll just throw that in like it's whatever.
Yeah, like,
Yeah, I went to Disneyland.
Domino's is still around.
I know. And he goes to an internet cafe in a part of the book, and it's just like, those should not exist.
Well, remember, the cities are safe. It's the outline.
It never says that.
Yeah, it kind of. The cities are more safe. Like, if you live in, like, the downtowns or the
Mark,
main cities.
you were listening to Will Wheaton,
Yeah,
and you
maybe-
probably zoned out a couple times.
He Will Wheaton gets so excited about the
'Cause remember-
crappiest stuff.
Remember when
He talks like this when there's nothing going on. It's like, shut up.
Well, that's why
You
you need
remember
a
when he get-
professional.
you remember
I mean,
when he
that
gets
really.
his,
I mean,
remember when
that's
he-
an art. Nobody can just sit down and read a book. Like it's an art.
Like
There's an art
Jim
to it.
Dale
It's like
or-
acting. Acting is an art. Not everyone can do it.
Yeah, Gerard Doyle from Aragon's really good, and Jim, the guy who did the Harry Potter series, he's fantastic.
Yeah.
There's some really
Dude, he
good
won awards for reading a book.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you do that?
If cars and pizza exist, pizza delivery still will exist. That's Soggy Bottom Boy.
No,
That's
no matter how
hilarious.
bad the world gets.
If there's cars and
There's
pizza, there will be
takeout.
pizza
And he
delivery.
talks about like fiber internet and stuff like that, and it's
You're like, oh, that sounds really nice.
I
That
know.
sounds
But
great.
only in
I
the
know.
only in the cities though, because remember when he gets up his apartment in the
No,
city?
it's only in Ohio or somewhere. It's only in Ohio that has fiber internet.
Only Ohio is like
Yet
the
there's
best place
some
to live.
dude in like Seattle that still gets it because he's a billionaire. I don't know what's going on.
He trenched his own fiber.
I don't know. I don't
Moving
know.
on, we've got 4 questions left. Let's rapid fire these babies. Blake Densley, that's Blake the barber, writes in and says,
All
when
right,
are you
hey.
guys going to attend a gaming convention and have a booth? I will answer this next year. We
Nice.
will attempt to do that next year. Gaming conventions. We talked about getting a booth this year. We discussed like Comic-Con. Maybe we'll see
Yeah, I was
some other gaming.
I was talking about putting a monitor in my car and driving down to San Diego.
Yeah,
we were
yeah.
talking about that.
Yeah. So probably next year that will be our goal there. Great question. Melvin Frederick writes in and says, do you guys get recognized while you're out and about? Anybody been recognized?
No.
I don't think I've left my house in like.
We would if we went out
I try
in
not
public.
to go outside. I avoid public places.
No,
People bother me. Just kidding. No, just kidding.
I get recognized, but not like out and about. I meet people that come through and tweet me that they're coming through,
Oh, yeah.
and I just I'll swing
Well,
wherever they are. We'll meet at a Burger King.
I
I'll
got
say hi.
recognized once, but it was like someone that I went to high school with. So,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
those
That doesn't
people-
count.
Yeah,
That does count.
Yeah, that's stupid.
yeah.
Just kidding.
We're not. I've never been recognized yet.
I was recognized by my mother.
By Bob Soppy. One time. Great question, Melvin. Tim Anderson writes in and says, how long is too long for a game to be in early access phase before it ruins its chances of being successful on release?
I think a early access window is. I mean, and no one follows this rule, and I still buy games that don't follow this rule. But I think early access for a year, and then a release date after a year or so, maybe a year and change.
A year is your
I
limit.
think early access, like, hey, you pay $30 to early access, the game's gonna release next year. Like how Fortnite's really doing it. Like I really think
Fortnite's done it
Fortnite's
right.
done a really good job with it. Like I feel. Early access is just kind of a year to polish out the bugs, the networking. You know, I feel a year is a good time because if you're going into early access, you're kind of on the downhill slope. I feel because like a lot of your assets are made. A lot of the programming's done. You got character models, you got the world, the environment. So I feel like you're kind of I think a year
Okay.
is a good.
I would say Blizzard does a really good job,
Sure.
or did with Hearthstone.
Sure.
I think it was 4 or 5 months.
Okay.
Oh, they didn't even tell you it was coming out. They just
And then they just did it. One
No,
day
they
they were
just
just
hit
like,
the button.
one guy went up to that light switch and went dink.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh yeah, by the way,
Like a week later, when people are like, "So I'm downloading it. Is
it's
it open
low.
beta?" They're like, "Oh no, they released it."
yeah.
Full release. Here you go.
I honestly think 3 to 5 months is my max.
Okay.
And
Sure.
I'm a little bit more
Stringent.
stern
Yeah.
on the issue.
So at most a year, anywhere between 6 months to a year is probably safe to say. Great question, Tim Anderson. Last but not least, let's have McSpicy answer this. Glenn Whitehouse writes in and says, Xbox X, Xbox One X,
yeah.
worth the wait or just an expensive upgrade? Go.
Yes. Yeah, I don't. That's right. It is an expensive upgrade, and it is worth the wait for me.
So it's both of them.
Yeah. Yes.
All of the above. I agree with that.
An
It's-
expensive upgrade is not a bad thing.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
what he's saying.
Yeah, so
I'm happy.
If you want the full features and functionality and you want to have the best machine that is out there, that's not important to everybody because you still get to play the same games, then it's worth it. And it's worth the wait, but it's still expensive. It's not worth the wait if you don't care about that stuff, ultimately.
Yeah. I mean, I believe it's a select niche that they're hitting, but that I'm in that niche and they're hitting me hard.
You're right in that
Yes,
cone.
right.
You're right. They're just right there.
Right
Laser
where you
beam at
like
you.
it.
They looked at you during the press conference.
Yeah.
He like looked over.
He
at
did. When I was watching on the monitor, his eyes
You.
met
Like,
on
right
my
when
eyes.
he said 1X, he just like looked over.
And then I
at you.
paused the screen and
It was
just
beautiful. It was
stared
a
deep
moment.
into his eyes.
It was a moment. Oh, yes. This is the last segment of the show where we talk about what we've been up to and what we've been playing. Let's start with Jordan. What were you up to this week?
Dude, honestly, I pretty much just played Battlefield all week
Wow. Why? Now, what caused you to jump back into Battlefield?
because I like that game.
Nubs.
Yeah. No, I didn't realize it was free to play or coming to the vault until basically
Till someone told you
yesterday
about
yeah,
it.
until someone told me about it. And then I was like, oh, that explains why I've been getting a lot of
A lot of easy
headshots.
kills.
So, well, because I mean, usually, okay, so like when I'm running from point A to point B, I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to run to that rock first, right? Because you don't want to be in open field.
No, absolutely not.
But there was just like this line of people.
And you're just mowing them down.
Boom, boom.
I was an assault, and I switched to my AT rocket thing, and I was just like, and just
skadoosh.
Yeah, just blew them up. So either that or I'm getting better. It's one of the two.
No, that's definitely not it.
But Mark, I headshotted Mark once, and you're right.
It's so satisfying.
That tink. I really do think Battlefield.
They do the tink right.
Yeah, they do the tink right. Because I feel like, Battlefield has its problems just like any other game, but I really feel like it's one of the best games for sniping.
Yeah.
Because when you get a kill from a sniper, I feel like you always feel satisfied. Because it's.
No, it does. Sniping is so fun.
Yeah, I think it's a great game for sniping. But I just been playing it all day. I'm excited for the new maps that are coming out. I really like the current maps that are out.
Cool.
And I've been having fun with the game. I wanted to play golf, but I was just playing Battlefield all day.
Well,
I like big explosions.
Golf, Battlefield,
flying planes.
Battlefield it is.
Didn't they do a golf course on a Battlefield map? On
like
Battlefield
one of
4.
the EA things, because they were showing off like the Frostbite engine and stuff.
Yeah.
Mr. McSpicy, how about you? What did you play this week?
So I'm going to go ahead and say Fortnite because I'm trying to pull up my history of what I played, and it's taken forever. So I know I played Fortnite. I've been really busy because I came back from vacation just to work.
Okay, sure.
So it's been a hard week for me.
But you did jump into Fortnite.
Yes.
How far are you? What level are you
I'm
at?
struggling. I'm really struggling.
You're to the point now where you need friends to go through and play with.
But I'm dumb. I'm really dumb. I hate inconveniencing people and asking people for help.
That is dumb.
I don't like to be carried.
Okay, sure.
So Toast Master B. Toast is one of our mods on our Discord and everything. He's one of the OGs of the community. He's a really cool guy. He'll hop in and he'll be like, here you can take my pistol.
Here, take my pistol.
He'll take my and I
that's terrible.
And I cringe because I don't want to be given stuff. And usually when I play with people,
down at you like, here, take this.
No, he's not though. Usually when I play with people from the community, they give me a lot of shiz.
Sure.
They give me a lot of stuff, and I don't like that, to be honest, because I want to make it on my own terms.
Yeah. But you're at a point where you kind of need the help. I mean, at this point.
Don't say that.
Well, and you're not and none of us are playing the game.
No,
you're at a point because I heard that you reach a point in Fortnite where you just can't go it alone anymore.
But see, I'm like 20 levels before that should happen. I'm stuck on this stupid quest. Like, you cannot progress the quest without, you have to go mission by mission, obviously. Sure. And I'm on this quest that never appears. It's driving me crazy. It's there's medbots. It's something to do with medbots. I have to fulfill 3 medbot missions, and for the love of all that's holy, every map I go on, those medbots don't. I've looked it up. I know what they look like. They are not appearing on my maps.
Sure.
So I am not allowed to progress because of this stupid mission. And it's driving me crazy.
Driving you bananas. For the record, though, how cool is that? If that's how cool this community is, if you guys are in Fortnite or any game, the community will help you level up. They'll help you. That's the kind of community this is. It's awesome. And there you go. But I understand what you're saying. You don't want to. I feel like that in Destiny because I'm not a huge Destiny guy. So when you go into Destiny, I feel like I'm bringing everybody down. But I just. Whatever you want to, but it's still super fun. But I understand how you feel.
So Toast convinced me to take the weapon because I told him I don't like handouts. I want to work on my own terms.
And he called you an idiot, and then you took it.
Yeah. Well, he said,
"Don't be an idiot."
He said, "It's not your fault that you did not get the skins for the weapons that I got."
Oh, that's true.
And I was like, you know what?
That's great logic.
You're
Boom.
right.
He's like a lawyer.
Give that to me right now.
He's like a lawyer.
And I will shoot these zombies. And so I did take weapons. I did accept
persuasive.
those.
How persuasive. No, but honestly, that's an illustration of how awesome the XoneBros community is. If you want experiences like that, number 1, join us in Discord. Number 2, join us on our streams. Everywhere the community is, you will get that kind of help from not just our mods like Toast, but from everybody in the community. That's how awesome this community is.
I got to do a shout out to Toast because the chat's saying Toast gave me a high level assault rifle. Toast gave me this. Toast gave me this.
Yeah.
And And it says, Soggy Bottom Boy says, does Toast carry the entire community?
He really does. He's always posting in LFGs, hey, anybody needs help, let me know, I'll jump in. He loves that game. He's very good at it. Yeah, he literally carries the entire community.
Another
That's
one
funny.
of our mods, Ryan H93, says Toast is a rude person, which is, probably true, but he's an awesome guy too. No, Toast is super cool. So, and that's funny. That's funny.
That is.
Anyway, so that's what I've been playing.
There you go.
And it's hard. It's tough to get past that. I'm stuck.
Yeah, I did not. I played a little bit of golf this week. Ready for this? I'm recording some Let's Plays. So there are Let's Plays up on our YouTube channel. Go check it out. There's also some excellent how-tos that Mr. McSpicy is starting to produce.
Yes.
Speaking of Fortnite, there is a how to funnel the win.
Yeah, funnel the win. I created. I think I just released it today.
Yeah.
A great video on defense tips.
Yeah, over on our YouTube channel, we are focusing on expanding on that as well. That's kind of a three-prong attack here, if you will, but bringing more content to the community. Mr. McSpicy is going to have a lot of these how-to videos. He enjoys spreadsheets. He enjoys breaking stuff down.
I'm going to share some of the knowledge in this little noggin.
Min-maxing stuff, and so go stay tuned
like
for those
that.
videos. But I've been doing Let's Plays, and I enjoy them. I've been doing my golf. I took a step back from golf this week. I will be jumping in next week. It's a new season for us in our online golf community, and this is why.
Okay.
I moved offices with my computer.
Yeah.
Your gaming station.
My gaming station, my recording, and it's been great.
It's been a dream.
But the first night I did it, that's when I sat down and I recorded 4 or 5 Let's Plays.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
4 or 5 of them.
What are your Let's Plays?
It's Golf Club 2.
Oh, so they're all okay.
Right now it's all Golf Club 2. That's what I was doing. That's why I took it. This is the story of why I'm taking a step back for this week, and next week I'll jump back into it. I recorded 5. I'm doing my online career Let's Plays. Mm-hmm. Since I moved all my computer rig, my desk, everything, I did not realize that my connections, I had to go and set defaults again on my computer. So I recorded about 3 hours of footage of Let's Plays, which is like 8 episodes, with absolutely no sound from my microphone. Just me talking. And I was so pissed. It did help me for the stream because the next morning I was like, oh, shoot, I'm going to do this. And then I just streamed. But I've taken a step back from golf. I will be jumping back in this week with season 2 of the online.
You got to see those visual dials.
Oh, man.
You got to check it.
I was just so excited. I love doing golf and the Let's Plays for golf, but that hurt me. So I've been on Forza Horizon 3 only, the Hot Wheels expansion, which is so awesome. Have you watched any of the Hot Wheels expansion? Have any of you guys watched?
I've watched you play on the stream.
Hot Wheels
Actually, when I
expansion?
turned on my Xbox, it was like, bloop, you have the Hot Wheels.
Yeah, oh, it's so fun. So today I got to 100 medals. So it's just like Blizzard Mountain. You got to get the medals to progress to the next one. Yeah. There's 177 total. I got to 100. When you get to 100, you unlock a Goliath course on Hot Wheels.
That's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Oh my gosh. Yes. You think the Goliath race is awesome? You throw in Hot Wheel loop-de-loops and speed boosts, and your mind is blown.
Wow.
It's so fun. And the other thing I love is the Hot Wheel cars are so much fun to drive. So much fun to drive. That version of Forza is probably the best for multiplayer. Out of all of them, this one's the best. Everything else is really fun single player. I mean, this is really fun single player as well, but those courses with multiplayer are the funnest of all of the Forza Horizon. So Forza Horizon, super fun. That's all I've been into. Next week, I will be jumping into Golf Club 2. That's us for the week, everybody. Mr. McSpicy, where can people find you, and what will you be up to?
I will be playing video games.
Yes.
Find me what?
Oh, sorry.
Any specific game? Is that what you're gonna ask?
No. Any previews to some how-to videos coming out this week? Or any? Or is it TBD?
I guess it's just whatever I feel like.
There you go.
I wake up and I'll be like, let's do some Stardew Valley.
Let's do.
Because I got some tips for that game.
Yeah, that game. Oh my gosh. Yes, he does.
Oh my gosh.
The man has diagrams. Hey, City Skylines too with your roads
my
and stuff.
gosh,
There's
yeah.
some.
Wait, that's a good one to do.
Yeah, that's a really good one to do.
Oh man, that's scary because I will get sucked into that game again. But all these games suck me in pretty hard. She's gone from suck to blow. Okay, so I'm going to be playing some whatever I want.
Whatever's this weekend. Where can people find you?
Just find me on Twitter at Mr. McSpicy, and my gamer tag's Mr. McSpicy as well. Yeah.
Yep.
Easy peasy.
Jordan.
You can find me at JordanManXOB everywhere.
Yes.
And I'll probably be playing more Battlefield.
And you have some Let's Plays coming.
Mm-hmm.
Any insight into what those will be, or TBD?
Yeah.
It's TBD. To be determined.
Yep.
Very nice.
It sure is.
All
Surprise.
right. I am XoneBros everywhere. You can catch me every morning, Monday through Friday, over on Mixer. Come and join us. It's a great way to start the day. If you're at work, it's a great way to ease into your morning. Come join us over on mixer.com/X1Bros. Join our YouTube channel, Facebook, everything. Where's my outro button? There it is. We got 27 seconds left, just so you guys know, until we're out of here. It's been a great week. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you for everyone that supports the show. We have a drawing in 3 weeks. If you want to support the show, if you want to help us grow, go over to Patreon, subscribe, hit that donation button. It really helps us, even just $1. If everybody did $1, we'd be set for life, and we could take over IGN. We really could.
That would be awesome.
Thank you, everybody. Have a great week. We will see you guys later.